Okay, so we're back. Rob and I, my friend, have set the water heater back in place. You always want to have somebody help you take the water heater down or reinstall it because it's not really heavy, but it is certainly awkward. And so we have it back in place. We've connected the water heater straps. All right, every water heater in the state of California needs 2 seismic straps, and they have to be done according to the manufacturer's warranty on there. And so anyways, we have reconnected the temperature pressure relief valve. We have reconnected both lines. This is the hot water line that is going out. This is the cold water line that is coming in. We've opened the cold water valve. We've reconnected the vent. It is secure, and that pretty much takes care of everything here. We opened the cold water valve, and once we knew that the water heater was full, we actually opened up the temperature pressure relief valve and it purged the water heater of any air. So the only thing that we haven't done yet is purge the inside system of any air, and we'll do that in just a minute. But we know now, since this is full of water, we don't see any drips, that we're okay and we can light the water heater. So what we've done now is we've actually reconnected the gas line, and what we're going to do is we're going to check to make sure that we don't have any gas leaks in the line. We're going to leave the water heater gas valve off, but we're going to take the main gas valve to the water heater and turn it on. This is the on position in the gas valve, and what we're going to do is we're going to check to make sure that there are no leaks in the gas line with the lighter. That's a joke. We're not going to use a lighter because that's not smart. We're actually going to use soapy water, and so what we have here is just some Shout. Works the same as anything else. We're going to take a couple squirts of it. We're going to put it around here. We didn't disconnect it, but we're going to go ahead and check it anyways. And it's not rocket science. You put a little soapy water on there, and you just wait a couple of seconds, and it will suds up so fast. The smaller the leak, the tinier the bubbles, and the faster they suds up. So soap is a great way to check. You don't need any kind of special tool to check to see if you have gas leaks. It doesn't appear that we have any problems here. And so what we're going to do now is we've removed the cover to the water heater to where we light it. Excuse me, I'm going to move this ladder out of the way. And so what we're going to do is, this is actually how you're going to light your water heater. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the gas is on. We're going to turn the valve to the pilot position, and it has to be pushed down. Now, what we have to do is we have to follow this little tiny tube right here to where it goes, because that is actually the pilot light. And if you have a barbecue lighter or a torch, it actually works a lot easier. But I'm going to reach down inside of here, and I'm going to light the pilot light. And it might take a minute because we had the gas line off, and the gas needs to fill back up through the line. And so it might take a couple seconds here. And we're going, and if you want to stick the camera down in there, you can actually see the pilot lit. And we have to hold it down for a couple seconds because this other line is a thermocoupler, and that has to heat up in order for for the valve to be able to open up. If this does not sense that thermocoupler is heating up because the pilot's on, it will not let gas come out of the burner because it wants to make sure there's a way for that gas to light when it actually is opened up. And so we've got our finger down on the button still, and we're going to let up on the button. And if we let up on the button, and we look down in here, and we can still see the pilot light is on, then we know that it's okay for us to turn the water heater on. And we're going to keep our face out of the way. We're going to turn the water heater on, and we are a go. And so we're lit, and everything seems to be working. And so what I'm going to do is, before I get burned here and everything gets too hot, I am going to put the cover back on to this, and I'm going to take my screwdriver, and this particular cover requires that you screw a screw back in, and so we're going to do that. That's done. You want to make sure that the covers are put back on because this is what helps keep things from getting lit up in your garage. I'm going to put this cover back on, and this thing has got invented at some point. A little bit of help getting it back where it needs to go. Anyways, that's what we would call good enough, I guess. I'm going to take this back off and give it a little bit more flex here. There we go, nice and tight now, and we're lit. And so we as a professional, we want to turn it down low and leave it down low. You never want to have your water heater set higher than 120 degrees because at 120 degrees, it's really hard for a child or an old person with sensitive skin to get burned. Anything over 120 degrees, the reaction time is our reaction time is much slower, and we get burned much faster. And so the higher we go up by 5 or 6 degrees, it actually increases rapidly. So if people want to turn their water heater up to get more use out of their water heater, so they have to mix it less with cold water and so it lasts longer, that's up to them. But we as professionals always want to leave it down low and not take the responsibility and be informative when we tell people we left it low for a reason. And if you want to turn it up, you just have to know the reasons why you maybe want to have some caution in there. Small children and elderly people have a slower reaction time to hot surfaces, and it's easy for them to get burned. And so anyways, that pretty much seals up the water heater. We got a new stand here, definitely built to last. It's made out of pressure treated material. Water heater strapped properly. We still don't see any suds, so we know we're in good shape there. We didn't have any leaks, and so it's time to get paid.